It's the year 2023, and going into this year, we thought Chris Paul would have a real shot at winning a ring, when in reality, now we know that he is not winning a ring, or at least not on the Suns. A new report just came out with Crispy Haynes that Chris Paul has been waived. I'll show it on the screen right now, and this is a real shock. I was in a group call with my friends, or I was texting the group, and I saw this, and it was a real shocker. So before I hop into the details and what I think about this move, let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below, because I want to put my perspective in comparison with y'all's perspective. So let's hop right into it. So today is June 7th, 2023, and officially, as of today, Chris Paul is no longer a Phoenix Sun, and he's a free agent to go to just about any team that he desires. And personally, I think this might have been the best situation for the Phoenix Suns, and maybe even for Chris Paul, because I think Chris Paul is at that age right now where I could see him go chase a ring, or maybe he's tired of chasing a ring and maybe he retires. I'm not quite sure. So there's a lot of options on the table for the Phoenix Suns. With this move, you have to think they're keeping DeAndre Ayton. From the reports that are looking like what Nick Nurse wants, Frank Vogel rather, what he's looking at is to keep DeAndre Ayton and try to, almost fix the relationship with the organization that DeAndre Ayton has. And, in my opinion, I think that's a pretty fair move to, make. First year head coach, or first year for that franchise head coach, wants to come in, make a big decision, and Chris Paul's waived. And now DeAndre Ayton, I'm assuming, is going to stay. And hopefully, for the Phoenix Suns fans out there, hopefully DeAndre Ayton really picks up his game. He was disappointed in the postseason. But also, I'm not 100% sure why they did it at the same time. I feel like they could have kept Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton and whatever. Maybe the relationship was just not there, and they valued DeAndre Ayton for whatever reason more than they valued Chris Paul, which would be kind of insane, but that's the only thing I can really think of. But when we talk about teams that are point guard needy, I'm trying to think, imagine him on a team like, OKC, right? OKC has Josh Giddey and, Shea, and I'm imagining if Chris Paul is willing to take a back step, if he comes off the bench for them, is really a mentor. I could see OKC low-key throwing a bag for him to come off the bench and be a mentor, or a different team, maybe even Denver Nuggets, you know what I mean? I know they have Jamal Murray, but I think he just as easily could slide over to that shooting guard position, and him, Chris Paul, Jokic, Aaron Gordon, that team is gross. I think they're going to win the championship this year, but I think Chris Paul is only going to add. And there's another situation. Maybe he goes to a team where they just pay him the most. Maybe he goes to Houston, which is a thought that I've had. I know Houston is interested in James Harden, but at the same time, I think that if Chris Paul goes there, Houston gets their mentor, and I think Houston's able to give him the biggest bag out of everybody. So I'm not 100% sure if Houston is willing to do that, but it seems like a very valuable asset for Houston, and a very good opportunity for Chris Paul to make an impact on the league for future years to come, but also, make a quick buck or two, on the side, not doing as much as, not as much pressure on a championship contender. So that's what I think about Chris Paul and him being waived. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's been your boy Jelson. See you guys next time. Peace.